Hello and welcome to Friday. It's been an interesting-ish day. First thing first, I actually scheduled an appointment to see the dermatologist, and you can see why. Like, my skin is actually extremely dry right now. I'm looking in the viewfinder just to make sure you guys can see. Yeah, it's not good. It's not great. I was there just last week, Thursday, and I'll put that up in this corner. And yeah, that was just to get this mole checked out. Everything's good if you haven't seen that video, but yeah, I mentioned that my skin was drying out, and the doctor said that it's perfectly fine because I was wearing my mask all the time because it was just mostly on my lower face. So I'm like, okay. So I start applying more and more lotion. Not this lotion specifically, but some lotion that he gave us long time ago. Turns out, that lotion is actually an anti-aging cream, anti-wrinkle cream designed to dry out your skin. So that explains it. There's probably some other factors, who knows, but it's probably one of the main causes. So, spoke to my mom, and she suggested coconut oil. And this is after trying a bunch of different types of cream, and I mentioned that they would all kind of burn a tiny bit because my skin is so sensitive at the moment. So, we'll be applying some coconut oil. But that's not what I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to talk about today is password managers. So, what we're going to be doing is talking about password managers while I apply coconut oil to my face. And so this is going to be a wild ride. But yeah, let's get started. So, as you may or may not know, I do have a master's in computer science that I got May-ish last year. I finished technically I finished the requirements for the degree back in January 2021. Again, last weekend, I think Saturday was the anniversary, so it's been a year and 1 week since I've finished those requirements. And got the degree, graduated in May, got the degree in probably August time. My face is super shiny. This is a terrible idea. And yeah, as a cybersecurity kind of person, the one thing that we always tell people is to use a password manager. Never use the same password like in the same place. Always use a password manager. And I have not practiced what I preached. Don't worry, I'm fine, but it's been using the same password that I've been using for how old was I? 12, 13? I had to have been how old was I? I'm thinking 12. Yes, since I was 12. Yeah, definitely, for sure. Since I was 12. And I am, oh god, I've been using the same password for half my life. That's wild. Anyway, that password is the password to my laptop right here. That's fine, that's not gonna leave the house and there's nothing personal on it. But yeah, I've been using the same password for half my life. That is absolutely wild. Yeah, don't do that. I mean, you can. I've been using variations of it on it, of course. For more complex things like email, banking, PayPal, etc. I've been using super more complex passwords for that. But out of the dozens of hundreds of sites that you use, that you'll probably never go on again, Google has a built-in password manager, which I was using, but because I use Google Chrome, and it had passwords saved from my time at uh, at school, like in when I started high school. My high school was 7th grade to 12th, so it had passwords saved since I was in 7th grade, which is insane because, again, those passwords are 12 years old from websites that I can no longer access. So basically, I spent the entire day going through a list of like 100 plus sites that some places I would only visit once. Like a lot of these places are like scholarship sites for colleges, or like what was it? Like the SAT sites and College Board stuff. Like I was on those sites resetting passwords because just changing it to whatever the password manager recommended, like 15 characters, A through Z, 0 through 9, special symbols and all. Because I'm not going to be visiting those sites, and if I need to reset the password, so be it. Like, I don't want it to be in a part of a leak, and if it gets hacked, it gets hacked. I don't care. I don't really have any information on there. I made sure that all credit card and payment information on these websites are not stored. Um, it's good that I've been doing that, and hopefully it'll be fine. Speaking of using a password manager, I also use a website called privacy.com. And what that is you link either your bank account or like a main credit card, and it will create virtual credit cards that you can use anywhere. Like, and you can set a spending limit. You can set it to be like one-time use if you want to make or a purchase on a site that you don't intend on using anymore. It's great for that. So like, I'll link that down below as well. And yeah, it's so good because you can just like set a spending limit per month in case your account gets compromised or whatever on some site. At least they don't have access to your banking information. They only have like a dummy card that they can't really use for anything else. And you can set spending limits. So like, if you use like a subscription service, let's say like Netflix or Hulu or something, maybe you get a monthly ring kit in the mail or something similar. If it's not going through like PayPal or something, it can be going through privacy, and you can set an exact spending limit if you know it's going to be like what is Netflix, like I think it just went up to like let's say $15-16 a month. You can set the spending limit to be exactly that, and if somebody gets into your account, they have a dummy card that can only be spent for $16 a month. If they go over, you get alerted. It's great. Or like the purchase won't go through. Perfect. And yeah, you're protected through that. And it's, oh, my face is super shiny. This is wild. This is gonna be wild. Yeah, my hands are super oily. Like this one is pretty clean, sweaty, but like this one is super shiny. Yeah, privacy.com is great. Not sponsored. I know some people are sponsored by them. This is not sponsored at all. I would definitely start using virtual credit cards. I changed it to uh, a site that I used to buy like domains, websites from. They need a permanent purchase method, so I had it set to my PayPal, I think. So what I did is I set up a dummy card with one-time use for a spending limit of 0. Set it, or like $1, I think $1 is minimum. Put it as a default payment method. Deleted my PayPal, then deleted the card. So now it's like a card that expires in 2028 that is no longer in use, and it's hilarious. Great. So that's really cool. There's one other thing that I wanted to mention. What was it? It was oh yeah, password manager. I've been using Google's password manager just because I use where did I put my phone? It was literally just here. How am I always it? It is literally next to me. I was just sitting on it here because I use Android. Um, Google followed me around since like the beginnings of Google Chrome because I've been using Chrome since the beginning. I've been meaning to switch to Firefox. I might make that push one of these days. But yeah, in that case, if I don't have access, I have a secondary password manager. Turns out you can use more than one password manager, right? That's pretty cool. Um, Nobody says not to do it, so like, why not? Google's built-in one is super convenient, but if I need a secondary one, Bitwarden is the other one. It's open source. That's my main selling point. It's open source. I can host everything on my own. Just slap open source on anything. I'm like, if you heard that, that's wild. I'm like, yes, give it to me. Anything open source, I'm a huge fan of. Free, libre, open source software. Floss. Love floss. Speaking of, I got a floss. um, yeah, it's great. It's just like a secondary place to store passwords. Again, it's mostly meaningless stuff. Everybody says keep 5 passwords memorized that you need to have. Amazon account, email account, bank account, PayPal. I think those are the big four. I guess I need to do social media stuff too. Like that's the ones I've been avoiding. It's like Twitter, Reddit. What else do I use on a daily basis? I guess I should do Discord too. But yeah, everything. Get two-factor authentication as well. Protect your stuff. It's. I had a fear. It's like if I don't have access to my phone, I feel like I can't do it. But like backup codes are great. Just always have a backup plan if needed, and you'll be good. Yeah, that's. So I spent most of the day just going through hundreds of sites trying to reset passwords and make sure everything's secure. And now we're in a place where I don't have to worry about passwords leaking. I don't have to worry about bank, credit card information leaking. It's all great. I'm all good. And I've rambled on for 12 minutes now. Jesus. I've been saying I can just ramble on about stuff that I'm passionate about for hours if need be. And this is probably an important one that you wanna do. So make sure that your stuff is protected and that you're all safe and secure. For now, that's where I'm gonna call it for today. I've rambled on for long enough, and hopefully you'll follow the link to privacy. I'll leave one to Bitwarden as well. Again, not sponsored. But yeah, I hope you heed my advice. For now, that's where I'm gonna call it for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you tomorrow, and until then, later.